Everyone, welcome back to Friday the 13th AG. My name is Friday. I'm a teen American Bulldog collector, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A for 400 subscribers. So this video is a little delayed from when I actually reached 400 subscribers. I think at the time of filming, I have like 448, which is insane. Thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed recently or just at all. It seriously means so much to me, so thank you all so much. A couple weeks ago, I asked on my Instagram story if anybody had any questions for this Q&A, and I got a few responses, so today I'm going to go through them. I did do a Q&A a couple years ago. If you want to go watch that, I'll link it in the description, but I legit haven't watched that since it came out, so I have no idea even what I said. Alright then, without further ado, let's get into the questions. The first question I got is, who is your favorite doll and why? This is an extremely hard question. In my collection, Kira was my favorite doll for a while, and for me it just kind of changes very much depending on the day and what mood I'm in. I love all my dolls so much, it's very hard to pick a favorite. For a while, Paris was my favorite. She's my profile picture, but I think now if I had to choose a current favorite, it would probably be Olivia, my Grace doll, for a couple reasons. One of them being I gave her this kind of like coquette girl blogger aesthetic, Lana Del Rey loving, like this vibe, and that is also my vibe, and I gave us some kind of like similar personality traits and lore. And also I got tickets to Olivia Rodrigo tour in January, and so if you didn't know, Olivia Rodrigo played Grace in the Grace movie. That's why my Grace doll is named Olivia, and so she's going to be coming with me on that trip, and so I'm just very much bonded to her at the moment. However, I do always have to say that my literal child, I love her so much, is Kit. She was my first doll. Literally anytime I have like news or something exciting happens in my life, I will go and tell Kit, or if like I'm sad, I will grab Kit and hug her. She is just my emotional support doll and I adore her so much. So definitely Kit and Olivia right now. Next question is, how do I style my dolls? So to take inspiration from my doll outfits, a lot of my dolls wear similar things to what I wear and my personal style taste, but I also get lots of inspiration from other people dressing their dolls. If there's like a creative use of an American Girl outfit piece, I'll be like, hey, I feel like I could come up with something cool to use that for too, if that makes sense. Or also just like what I see on Pinterest sometimes, or just out in the world, what my friends wear sometimes. And each of my dolls kind of has their own personal style. Like my doll Yvonne is very into like alt style, or Olivia wears lots of coquette clothing. Next one is, do you have a doll that is based off of a real person? So all of my dolls' personalities are like little bits, like their interests, the way they act, are little bits of me. Like I have a doll that's interested in interior design because I like interior design. I have a doll that likes reading because I like reading. So each of my dolls, if I like go through their personality bios and all their interests, at least one thing is similar to myself, because I like to express all the different aspects of me through my dolls. As far as dolls that like are 100% based on real people, I did have a Rose from Blackpink custom a while ago, but since then she has been turned into Madeline, one of my custom dolls. My doll Gwen, I did give a lot of her traits similar to my ex-best friend, because when I got her, we were very close friends, and all my friends said that they looked very similar. So if any of my dolls is close to being based off of a real person, it would be her, but not 100%. Next we have, who is your role model? This is kind of hard because I've never really had like a distinct, in my life, singular role model. I think as far as AGTube stuff goes, I get a lot of inspiration for my content from Alley Cat Loves AG, AG Jitters, Alice in Dollland, of course like Mixie Pixie 7, and recently Now and Forever AG, who's actually the one that asked this question. Next is, what is your all-time favorite book? So I'm going to answer this question two ways. I'm going to answer American Girl and then non-American Girl. So my favorite American Girl book, Marie Grace and Cecile's books. I can't pick a favorite out of the 6 though, but those were just genuinely so much fun to read. I loved the French in them, I loved the story, and I loved how actually kind and caring Marie Grace was. If you want to know more about my opinion on American Girl books, go check out this video that I posted a couple weeks ago. But as far as all-time favorite book that's not an American Girl book, my favorite book of all time is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I also lumped the second one, Through the Looking Glass, into this too, because when I was a kid, the copy that we had both of them in that. Specifically the first chapter of Through the Looking Glass with the kittens and the worsted. My mom would read this to me when I was a kid to fall asleep, and oh my gosh, I feel like I could recite that chapter from memory. I could talk for hours about Alice in Wonderland. Next is, what is your all-time favorite AG outfit? This is so hard. Okay, so I'm gonna be so honest, I did such a bad job answering this in my recording, so I'm just gonna voice this part over. I legitimately do not have a favorite AG outfit, and I think this is because I don't necessarily like dress my dolls in set outfits from American Girl. I mix and match all of the pieces, even if they did come in a whole outfit. I would say my dream outfit right now is probably Felicity's blue gown, like her holiday outfit. I just, for some reason, really, really want this, but as far as like as a whole, I don't know if it's like my favorite outfit of all time. I don't know if I could pick like a singular favorite outfit, but there are a lot of ones that I like. So on the screen, I'm just gonna go ahead and put, here are my favorite historical outfits, here are my favorite girl of the year outfits, my favorite truly me outfits, and my favorite meet outfits. So maybe that'll give you like a little peek, but I think mostly I just like random little pieces from outfits more than an entire outfit, or of course homemade or Etsy clothes. Alright, next question. What are some of your goals for this year? So as far as AGTube goals go, I think now one of my goals is to reach 500 subscribers. I also want to be consistent with posting. I will go kind of on like posting sprees where I'll post like every week for like a month and a half, and then I'll disappear for a month. So I'd really like to be a little more consistent with posting. And as far as outside AGTube goals go, I did have the goal of reading 30 books this year because I wanted to become a reader, and boy did I, because I'm on book number 60 of this year. I also have the goal to watch every single old Barbie movie this year. That was last week's video. I was reviewing the ones that I already have watched. You can go check that out if that sounds interesting. Okay, next question is, what got you introduced into American Girl? So my mom growing up had a Molly doll back in the 80s and 90s, and so when I was like pretty young, I was like 3 years old, I think, she got her Molly stuff out of storage. And because like as a kid, I wasn't the kind of kid that would like really destroy my toys, and so she was like, you know, I'll let you play with Molly. I was very responsible, like playing with Molly and stuff and using my mom's old Molly things. And so then for my 4th birthday, I got a kit doll from my grandma, and a few years later I got Kaya. And then during the pandemic, I got like super into AGTube and like collecting dolls and stuff, and so I consider Kira to kind of be the first one that like I was like, okay, this doll, she's like doll number 7, I'm gonna start considering myself like a collector. This is what my hobby now. Alright, second to last question, we have, what made you want to start your channel? So for as long as I can remember, I've always liked the idea of being a YouTuber. When I was a kid, I would make these little like, I would call them vlogs because I didn't know the word vlog. I thought they were just blogs, but they were like vlogs of me playing with my toys. I wouldn't upload them anywhere. They're probably still on like our iCloud. And then right before my 10th birthday during the pandemic, I was like begging my parents to let me start a YouTube channel, and they finally gave in, and they're like, okay, you have nothing better to do, you're trapped at home. And so my channel was originally called Cool Quick Crafts for Dolls, and it was going to be like a cute crafting channel. See, that lasted about 36 hours. I posted 3 videos and then was like, no, I want to do more than just craft videos. I would just like to say this is kind of funny. If you've ever tried to email me, my email is coolquickcraftsfordolls@gmail.com because of this old channel. So if you ever wondered where that came from, that's where that came from. And so then I changed my channel name to Toy Tutorials. And it was just me playing with my toys, kind of like my vlogs, but done a little better. And I think there's only a few videos left up on my channel. Like, I privated most of them. There's only a few that have the Toy Tutorials like intro, and like I say, hi guys, welcome back to Toy Tutorials. Then in I think 2021, so like a year after having Toy Tutorials, I was like, you know, I'm watching a lot of AGTube content specifically, and so I want to just make my channel all American Girls. That's mostly what I'm posting about anyway. And so I changed the channel name to be Friday the 13th AG. I then also decided I was going to stop showing my face because like when I was a kid, I would post the videos with my face on them because they were YouTube Kids videos, and my parents said, oh, if you're gonna not have your videos be YouTube Kids videos, you can't show your face. And so that's why I don't show my face. Also just because I don't think that there's a need to. Okay, last question. I really love this question, is do you collect any other doll brands, and if so, which ones? Okay, so we've got a bit of a story time here. So when I was a kid, I had lots of Barbie dolls, lots of Monster High dolls, and lots of Ever After High dolls, and of course my 2 American Girl dolls. So when I was a kid, I had like a lot of like those 12-inch fashion dolls, like also Disney princess dolls and stuff like that. But then when I was in middle school, I got rid of most of them. All the Ever After High, all the Disney princess, all the Monster High. I kept a few Barbie dolls, as well as, I think I actually kept a few of like the Disney dolls. But all of the Ever After High and Monster High were gone. And so then come, I think like around August of last year, and my For You page for some reason was just all Monster High stuff. I forget the name of the Instagram account, but Tara, I think is her name. Like, she has 2 Instagram accounts, I'll put them on the screen. A lot of her videos were coming across my feed. She's so awesome. She's where I get most of my Monster High news and updates. And so then I was like, ugh, I don't have any of my Monster High dolls. I really want to get a Monster High doll because I've been seeing this thing where people would clip Monster High dolls onto their bags, because this is like when Labubus are really trending, and they're like, forget a Labubu, put a Monster High doll on your bag. And I was like, yes, I really want to do that. And so this was like months after the Wave 3, I think, Creep Productions came out, and Target had Operetta in stock online, and I had like a $35 Target gift card, and so Operetta cost me, I think, like 89 cents. And then I proceeded to like rewatch all the Monster High movies because I still had all the DVDs. And then when the Real Drama dolls redropped in, I think, like September, I picked up Cleo and Laguna, and then it was confirmed that Rebecca, Rochelle, and Venus were going to be the 2026 Creep Productions. And since the moment that news broke, I had been waiting for them to drop. And so then April 1st, I was so locked in, and I got Rebecca and Rochelle. I got Rochelle because she matches my aesthetic, and so I love putting her on my bag. And I got Rebecca because Rebecca and Abby have both been my favorite characters since I was a kid, and somehow I never had dolls of either of them. And so I finally got my Rebecca doll. I love her so, so much. And I do need to get an Abby doll. I know exactly the one I want. I want the entire line of 13 Wishes dolls, like these 4. Since I was a kid, I wanted these. So I wouldn't say I'm like an avid Monster High doll collector, but it's mostly just the specific ones that either for a childhood purpose I want to fulfill them, or I think they would look cute in my bag or somewhere in my room. And then, like I said before, I got rid of all my Ever After High dolls, but I rewatched the show, reread the books, and oh my gosh, I adore Ever After High. I need to buy some of the dolls. I'll put on the screen the ones that I really want to get, and I would prefer to have them new in box or at least in good condition. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little bit about me, and like I said before, I just want to thank everybody so much that has subscribed, whether you're a new subscriber or you've been here for a while. Thank you all so, so much. It means the world to me that we are almost at 450 subscribers. That is insane. And it is my goal to reach 500 subscribers before my birthday, and my birthday is in August, so maybe we can get there, guys. So if you enjoyed this video and you aren't subscribed yet, it'd be so nice if you click that subscribe button. I try my best to post videos every Saturday, although next week I am taking a week off because school stuff is wrapping up, so I know I'm going to be doing a lot of schoolwork next week and I won't have time to film and edit a video. With that being said, if there are any questions that you have that I did not answer in this video or anything you're curious about, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. I'm happy to respond. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Mwah! Bye!